little pauses to me, man, that shit sounds so incredible to me. I want to get back to the song. This shit is nasty.
I'm gonna start this back from the beginning. Charismatic frontman can do a lot.
Yeah, boy.
Can do a lot for a band. They can make a band and kill a band.
Nasty though. That is nasty.
Wrong to me.
That is nasty.
The riffs and my man Peter Steele's voice.
Really, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, guys. So, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And it's never mind. Keep it going, George. just keep it going. Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying, just throwing that out there, man.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's happening, guys? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course. Shout out to everybody that's been following us on our Discord and, of course, Patreon. Shout out to you guys. The information for both of those, if you're interested in following us and getting more in tune with a conversation surrounding Lost in Vegas and just being a part of the Lost in Vegas community, join those two platforms. The information for both will be in the description below.
And as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure it's set to all so you get all our videos as they drop. Up and coming artists, man, you know what to do. Click the link in the description. We'll do about 60 seconds of your song in front of one of our up and coming videos. Get you some exposure, or if you got a full video that you want to get done as well. So again, the information for both will be in the description below. All right, guys, so we are getting back to Aerosmith, man. I think the last song that we did is Nobody's Fault. So it's been a while since we've done them, and I think we've only done that one song.
I can't believe it.
Which is crazy, right? Aerosmith's a big deal, right?
A huge deal.
Even though y'all be fronting on, I don't want to close my eyes.
Great song.
Yeah, y'all be fronting on that
objectively.
Yeah, that shit is off the chain.
Melody, at least, is objectively just a great melody. I don't want to hear that, man.
All right, guys, so we are doing Sweet Emotion today by Aerosmith, man. Shout out to Rach too. Maybe it's short for Rachel or something like that. They put that poll together. It was some other songs on there. There was a lot of people that participated in that poll, or maybe the same people just voted. I don't know. But shout out to everybody that did that. But it seems like there's a big demand for Aerosmith, because I mean, this got I think 56 votes or some shit like that.
Oh wow,
which is a lot. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Something like that. So, and there was another one on there. I can't remember the name of it right now. That had like 49. So there was a lot of Aerosmith participation on that. So maybe we'll do a couple of those, man. But shout out to everybody that did that. Sweet Emotion is named the song we're gonna do today, my man.
They have achieved 21 top 40 hits on the U.S. Hot 100, 9 #1 mainstream rock hits. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. 4 Grammy Awards, 6 American Awards. You know, the awards or whatever, but just them hits, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Them hits is, and this is over decades, and they've been doing this shit since what?
1970.
They are like early. I mean, I'm just really flabbergasted as to why we haven't gotten more Aerosmith requests, and I think it's because many of you have said during the 80s run, they started to do more maybe the sappy rock and roll hits, like you guys don't like I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, and some of those ballads that you thought weren't like rocked out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, anyways, big time band. We should have been doing way more from this band. And there's songs that I know from Aerosmith, which tells me how transcendent they've been.
Exactly.
Like Jaded, and there's a couple that I'm like, I just like. Fuck before YouTube and everything. So yeah, they're a transcendent band, man. So yeah, we need to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Just the same thing happened with Elton John. Yeah. And then we had to get there, like, come on, dude. Like, we got to touch these bands that are obvious great bands instead of, like, Band Z that 10 people know. Nothing wrong with Band Z that 10 people know. And sometimes those bands can be great as well, but we can't just ignore the motherfuckers that have made impact and had influence in the history of rock. Like, and then do bands that barely anyone know. That just doesn't make sense. For us, the channel, it doesn't make sense. Shout out to Aerosmith. Shout out to everybody that voted on that poll. Let's get into it. Aerosmith. Not sure if I've heard this one, but we're going to see. Sweet Emotion. Call that the rattlesnake thing.
Yeah, right there. I know what you meant. I knew exactly what that was. Great description, sir. Even if that's not what it is.
Renamed it. Desert tumbleweeds going by. That's what's in my the imagery of this musical backdrop here is like tumbleweeds going by. I told Ryan that little thing sounds like a rattlesnake or some shit. So yeah, they're doing a good job with the atmosphere of this one. You know what I mean? heard that. Yep.
I've heard this part here. I like what I'm hearing, man. I don't know if you guys heard us over the music. George and I both recognized the song when it said "Sweet Emotion" at the beginning, and right where we're at right now. That I remember that. I don't remember anything else about this song though. And I want to point out how the contrast between the "Sweet Emotion," the chorus, how I know that this is a rock song, but I'm gonna just call it gentle. It sounds gentle in that "Sweet Emotion" part. It very sounds gentle and almost subdued, but then it hit you with this rocked out. I mean, the way that they are coupling that soft and rocked out style, I think it works really well. And I told George when we were listening to the song, I was like, I bet you were rocking out to this shit because this was made in 1975, it seems, is what it says here. And I can only imagine listening to this song for the first time in its entirety right now, how this must have sounded to you guys then. Because when it's like, sweet emotion, I'm like, I bet you guys like, oh, okay, that's okay. But then when they came in, y'all were like, this shit is off the chain. I bet you that y'all were like, this shit is crazy.
My goodness.
Yeah, because it's just such a departure in what you think it's going to sound like. You know, because I didn't know that was coming. I only know that sweet emotion part, guys. That's it. I don't know anything else about this song, so that caught me off guard. And I'm like, yeah, they rock. This is a rock song. They rocking the fuck out of this, you know?
I don't know if I've heard anything that I think sounds just completely like I'm just turned off from Aerosmith ever. Even in Nobody's Fault, I thought they actually murdered that. I don't know if you remember that video. They murdered that song. And then we did Testament, just so y'all know, for those who haven't seen that Aerosmith Nobody's Fault video, go check that video out. It's on YouTube. Yep. And then Testament did a cover of that song. And we were like, yeah, Aerosmith was on some other shit. Like, that's how we felt. They've rocked out everything, man. Let's keep it going, though. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, they played their ass off.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what I don't know why we haven't done more Aerosmith. Why haven't you guys requested more Aerosmith?
I can't stress that enough, man. How that Sweet Emotion part in the chorus is such a departure of the verses. I mean, this is a rock song because the way that sounded, I felt like that could have been poppy when it started. Sweet Emotion.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe this is why it hasn't been requested. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking in my head when I was listening to it. Like, yeah, I know I've heard that song. This is probably why it hasn't been requested because it's more of a soft song, you know what I mean? But then they hit you with that nasty groove, you know, that yeah, they rocked that shit out. And then the contrast back to the Sweet Emotion chorus part, I think they killed that.
Yeah, I think they did it. I think they did their thing,
killed
man.
it.
I like the intro. I'm gonna play that again here in 1 second. Just wanted to play the intro in case y'all didn't hear me because I started talking as I was playing. I'm gonna play the intro again. I love the atmosphere again that they built to even before the shit even got groovy. I just love this atmosphere. The bass come in.
Yep. The rattlesnake.
Yeah, it's a little rattlesnake. This is very psychedelic.
That's true. It does kind of sound like
This is so psychedelic now that I'm listening to it again. In addition to it feeling like it's like a psychedelic western.
Yeah.
Or some shit. That's the imagery I'm getting. You know what I mean? Of the desert and you know what I'm saying? Fucking spurs and shit walking by. We can only see somebody's spurs. So I thought that this was dope. The tone, me and Ryan were talking about the tone.
Yeah,
the
man.
entire time. The tone was right. I think Steven Tyler, even though hey little mama, he didn't say that, but what you going on inside? I still think he even pulled that off, even though I don't love it, but I think he pulled it off. I enjoyed it. I think it rocked, just like everything I've heard from Aerosmith. I think almost, it walked this way. I thought rocked. We won't talk about combinations of rap and rock. I think that worked. Walk This Way. Jaded, I like Jaded. I like Crazy. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said Nobody's Fault. I like Nobody's Fault.
Yeah.
I've liked pretty much everything I've heard from Aerosmith. But this may be the first rock band ever, I think, where I kind of like their ballads even more than their rocked out joints. So that is a ballad that I think this is what I think y'all started to where maybe things got different with Aerosmith and it turned y'all off of Aerosmith.
They're like, yeah, nah, I can't.
They can't do it. But that was like, to me, like that's some of their biggest songs. That's like what I think of when I think of Aerosmith. It's not usually the rock songs, which I have enjoyed as well. But the songs that I've really that's had more of an impact on me have always been more of their ballady songs. And I think that they do that well. I think they write really, really well, sort of earworm choruses that require vocal talent. Steven Tyler is a great rock vocalist. When I think of like a tradition, not metal, when I think of a rock vocalist that can hit notes and can go there, I think of Steven Tyler. So it's just, it's just been a really weird thing with Aerosmith. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten more requests from them. And again, maybe it's just that you guys assume that we've heard a whole bunch of songs. I wouldn't say a whole bunch, but I have heard a handful for them. So yeah, enjoyed it. Give us more. We can go back to the poll.
Yeah, man.
And go to the second choice on that poll if you guys like.
Yep, Dream On was the second choice, and that had 43. So let me go back. So Sweet Emotion won the poll, right, with 56 votes, and then the second one was Dream On with 43 votes, and then the third one is Back in the Saddle with 32 votes. So there was, that's pretty close, and a lot of people participated in that. So, but I've heard Dream On. Dream On.
I've heard Dream
right?
On.
Dream On. I mean, I don't know the whole song, but I know that part.
I think that was sampled a couple times too. Didn't Eminem sample Dream On? Yeah, that
I think so.
I
yeah.
think he did. You know what I'm saying? So I like Dream On too. I like, from what I remember, I gotta hear it again. It's been a long time. I've enjoyed Sweet Emotion. I like Jaded. I like Crazy. I like Crying. I've just liked a lot of songs from them. So yeah, man. Please, let us know what other Aerosmith songs you want us to do. Put that in the comments on Discord and on Patreon as well.
Shout out to Rouch too.
Shout out to Rouch. We appreciate the contributions and putting that poll up. And that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. The information for the Discord and Patreon will be in the description below. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost in Vegas.
We out.